Hello, Angie Gerber here, and welcome to my podcast, Awareness. Once you know, you can't unknow. A place you can come to start thinking and shifting your thoughts to finally create the results you truly, truly desire. It'll shift your mindset and give you strategies to get out there and get it done. Let's get started. On today's episode, we're going to continue with the higher faculties. Today is a fun one, intuition. That was the first one that I strengthened. And remember that there's 6 of them: perception, will, imagination, intuition, memory, and reason. And you should just work on 1, maybe 2 at a time. And the first one I chose to work on was my intuition. And if you think back as a child, you've probably always had intuition. You've had those little hits that come from somewhere inside of you. It's that gut feeling, your intuitive sense, what you might need to start trusting more and more. And if you realize that you're intuitively thinking of something and you don't follow through on it, that could be a huge, huge miss. You know, it could be that great idea that comes to mind and then you forget about it. See, again, most people are very, very intuitive. However, the difference lies in the degree to which they follow through and trust their intuition. I know there's so many deals, like take real estate, for example, so many clients that I look back on or offers that I wrote or things that I was just like, something's off, I wouldn't, or this isn't going to go well. And you still do it. And in the end, would you not agree? Just about 100% of the time, you're like, I knew I should have listened. I knew I should listen to my gut. If you're going somewhere or if you're, even as people, when we're in certain situations, there's always energy. We're all 100% energy. You can walk into a room and feel that something's very, very off and wrong. Or you can be meeting a person or in a situation and your intuition and your gut is just on fire. You more than likely will listen to that part of your intuition. At least I hope so. And if you're not, start doing that right away. But often we ignore these little intuitive hits, and I recommend that you carry around. I know Bob Proctor carried around a piece of paper with him everywhere he went, so that one of those hit, snap, bam, he could write it down and he wouldn't forget it. Have one by your bedside if you wake up at that 3 a.m. with that brilliant idea or you have this dream. Write it down. You see, some of the most amazing creators and inventors, the best ideas came to them through their intuition when they were very relaxed or even during a nap or sleep. If you don't have paper on it, stop and make a voice memo on your phone or record it in the notes section. But it's so very important that you start following and trusting your intuition. And if it's something that's new to you, as it was to me a few years back, start small. Just start following these little intuitive hits. I remember one of the ones that made the biggest impact most recently was this voice, this call him. And it was this gentleman that I had been at brokerage with, and we just had a connection. I was helping new agents. I was on a team, but I would help anyone that needed help, and I would offer it. And no one really took me up on it, but him. And he'd be like, "What do you think about this? What do you think about that? Will you help me with this?" And he was just a go-getter, and I really appreciate how he showed up. And all of a sudden, I was in this transition of, do I continue real estate? Do I coach? What do I do? And this little thing, and I hadn't talked to him in a while. He actually moved brokerages, and I was watching his Facebook and his posts and his social, and he was just really intriguing to me. And something kept saying, call him, check in with him. And finally, it took 3 times. On the third time, I'm like, okay, I just stopped and I called him. I left him a voicemail. He called me back the next day. We talked for over a half hour and I told him where I was at, what I was doing. And he's like, oh, wow. Well, where I'm at now, they're actually looking for coaches and mentors for new and inexperienced agents. Do you want me to introduce you to the woman who can help you figure this out? And I'm like, well, sure, I'll talk to anyone. 2 weeks later, I moved brokerages, started coaching and facilitating in a mentorship program with my now amazing business partner, and everything changed for me in a blink of an eye. I mean, truly, my attitude, my passion for coaching was now alive. I got to take my love for real estate and my passion for coaching and mix the two. I mean, I woke up every morning saying, pinch me, this stuff really works. This is my life. I'm doing exactly what I love to do. And I'm getting paid handsomely for it. I've never made so much money. And I've never felt like I work so less. I mean, it was just like, amazing. It is true. It can happen. I was a skeptic many years ago saying this is just what it is. It will never be better. I could never do that. That's not for me. And it is. If I can do it, you can do it. It's for everyone and anyone. Had I not finally listened to that little inner voice or that little intuitive hit that was like, call him. And finally on the third time, okay, I'm going to call him. Something's telling me to call him. I'm going to call him. So if you have those people pop up in your mind, it's for a reason. It's not a mistake. Everything happens for a reason. If you drive the same way home every day and something's telling you turn left or go this way today or stop into that store or grab a coffee from there, do it. Trust me. Do it. If something's saying call that person or reach out, do it because it's for a reason and your whole life can change and will change once you start following your intuition and trusting it. Small steps. Again, call someone. It doesn't have to be you're going to throw in the towel on your company or on your business and where you're working and start something new. I mean, I also appreciate that and have seen people do that and have done that myself. It doesn't have to be from 0 to 100. Go from 0 to 5 or 0 to 20 and just start playing with it because there is so much beauty in following your intuition. It is your higher self. Some people confuse it and call it maybe a sixth sense. It is one of your higher mental faculties. And it's that gut feeling that's trying to tell you something. It's also your ability to understand a situation instinctively. It is part of us. And so many of us just ignore it. And we do so because we're too busy or we're too stuck in our day and in our ways. And this is what we do. We get up and we go to work and we punch in and we punch out, and that's what you do. So your intuition just kind of gets pushed down and pushed to the side. And I am telling you, beauty lies on the other side of trusting it, of listening to it. And again, always trust it in those situations where something's not feeling right or you're getting that intuitive hit that you better move, you better get out of there. This isn't the room you should be in. Trust it because we are made in our Creator's perfection. Deep down inside, we are all 100% spiritually perfect. We were made in perfection. And what happens is over time, our programming, our environment, what we're told we can't do and can do, all clouds that and suppresses it and confuses it and makes it really, really messy. So what we need to do through our thinking and through the process of thinking into results is take those layers away and really get to the perfection. We're here for spiritual improvement. We're here to expand. We're here to grow and move forward, and never, never backwards. Never go back into your shell, or that's not for me, or who am I to think I could do this, or that's for them, or I'm not educated enough, or I've never done that before. They would never consider me. That's all BS. Truly, that is all BS, because where you're at today is only a direct reflection of your past thinking and of how you showed up in your self-image. And intuition's a part of that. So start following it. Start taking those little chances and little hits. And if you develop all the higher faculties, and intuition being this one, you'll start taking action. And no matter where you're at today, no matter what your results are telling you, tomorrow's different. Tomorrow, you're writing your ticket to tomorrow by what you're doing today. So do not let your results be the thing that holds you back. Your results are only a past indicator of where you were, where your perception was, how strong your will was. Did you use your imagination? Are you following your intuition? That's all the self-image, huge self-image. Are you disciplined? Do you have a standard that you set and you follow? Do you only say yes to the things that are going to expand you? Because when you say yes to something, what are you saying no to? What's your attitude like? Because the two things that we can control are what we think, our thoughts, and our attitude. And it's through controlling those things that we can show up in a different light and not let our current circumstances, our current results dictate our future, because they are not connected. They're only connected if you continue to let them make you feel the way you feel and stay in that vibration. And it's like this circle, this never-ending circle that you just go around and around and around, because you look at your results, you feel that way, you get more of it. You look at your results that make you feel a certain way, so you're going to get more of it. If you're not where you intend to be or want to be, which, side note, you really shouldn't be, because you should always be for expansion and wanting more and more and more, always grateful, never satisfied. What do you want? We talked about the imagination. Go back to imagination. Start imagining and living from your goal already achieved. We live through our five senses. And again, our five senses are here for us to enjoy life more. They're not for us to live by. We need to switch out our five senses, hear, see, smell, taste, touch, put those aside and focus on our higher faculties. That is what will get you from where you are to where you truly, truly want to be. And intuition, I'm telling you, it is such a fun one. It's a fun one to strengthen, because you can start small or you can start big. You just follow that and know the greatest of the great, the people that have made it to the top 1 to 3%, failed their way there. Rockets flying to the moon fail their way there. They're constantly recorrecting on course. You're only going to fail if you stop or you never start. Everything else is just feedback. So take those intuitive hits, follow them through. If it doesn't work out exactly how you thought it was going to, take the feedback, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. But never stop. You only fail when you stop. Everything else is just feedback to go out and try it again. It's just we get in our own ways. We get in our own heads. We care so much what everyone else thinks about. Oh my gosh, what will I look like? What will they think? What will my in-laws think? What will my spouse think? What will my friends think? Who's this person from 20 years ago that I haven't even talked to? What will she think? I mean, come on, that's all crap. If you want to be free, you have to be you. Bob said it. If I want to be free, I got to be me. Not the me I think my spouse thinks I should be. Not the me I think my kids think I should be. Not the me I think my family or my friends think I should be. If I'm going to be free, I got to be me. And it's so true. And I was stuck in that place for so long where I cared so much of what everyone thought about me or how I'd be perceived. And you're putting yourself in your own jail when you do that, because you are not going, you're confined to that box. So take the lid off, take the sides off, open it up, and give yourself the gift of not caring. As long as you're not doing it to be vindictive or malicious, and you're doing it for the right reasons from the right heart space and head space, go for it. We got one shot. Why not? What's holding you back? Don't let someone else's paradigms and someone else's habitual behaviors and someone else that grew up around their environment and letting their environment and all of that dictate what they do or what they don't do or what they believe or what they think. If you're letting someone else dictate how you show up, or if you even show up at all, that's not going to get you anywhere. And it's a really dumb idea, to be quite honest. That's what my coach says is a dumb idea. Don't do it. So, such a great one. Again, we'll revisit another one next week. We have 2 more to go. If you have any questions or comments or want to talk more about it, you know where to find me. Drop it in the notes. And until next time, make it a great day and start thinking into results today and use those higher faculties. Pick one and start strengthening it. Google it. Google higher faculties. Google the one you want to start focusing on. YouTube it. Tons of videos. I can promise you Bob Proctor has videos on all of them. Start working on one today, and I promise you, you will start to see and feel the shift. Thanks for spending some time with me today. And if you like what you heard, feel free to share, like, subscribe, follow, do whatever it is you do. I'd love to get this out to as many people as possible, because it truly all does start with awareness. Once you know, you cannot unknow, and it changes everything. And of course, if I can help in any way, I'm here and happy to do so. Until next time, make it a good one.